What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Evan and I make videos that show you guys different ways to make money in the stock market. So if that interests you guys, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss when I upload. Now in today's video, we have quite a bit to cover, and a couple of these things include why NIO is actually trading down so much today, and then also if they could potentially hit $100 for their share price in the near future. But before we actually jump into the video, if you guys wouldn't mind going down and hitting the like button, I would really appreciate it, and it lets me know that you guys enjoy these video updates every day. So again, if you guys wouldn't mind going down and hitting the like button, I would really appreciate it. But like I mentioned, NIO is trading down quite a bit today, and they're actually down about 6% on the day, and they're trading right around $57. Now when the market opened, they weren't down too much, they were down about 1% or so. But throughout the trading day, they've just continued going down, and now they've kind of leveled off around the 6% in the red. And we're going to go over why this could be, and there's actually a couple reasons why this could be. But before we look at that, I want to show you guys the 1 week chart, and here you can see that they're actually down about 12% on the week. Now there's not many weeks where NIO is actually down, especially down around 12%. Now of course we know that NIO is pretty volatile, and they do go up and down, and they have these big swings in their share price. And that's why if you guys trade options at all, you probably know that their implied volatility is super high, right around 90% as of right now. But at least for NIO in the last couple months here, we really haven't seen too many red weeks. Now there have been a couple, but overall to see a red week like this where NIO is down around 12%, it's a pretty big drop. And at least in my opinion, if you guys bought at the top around $63 or $64, you might want to consider adding more shares right now when NIO is down, because I'm sure most of you guys are long-term on NIO and you think they're going to be worth way beyond $57. So like I said, I think this could be a good buying opportunity because there's probably not going to be many times where we see NIO pull back this much. But now this kind of leaves the question on why NIO pulled back so much today. And one of the big reasons is because one of NIO's co-founders actually took a new job elsewhere. And not only did he take a new job elsewhere, but he also was named CEO of this other company. Now this other company is Foxconn, and they're also in the electric vehicle business. So at least my thought is maybe people are worrying that he's going to give NIO more competition since he worked there. But I think this is really just going to blow over and people aren't even going to remember this in a few weeks. Because sure, he worked at NIO and he kind of helped build the business up. But he also left back in 2019, which I'm not sure most of you guys are aware. And we're going to touch on that in a minute. But in regards to Foxconn Technologies, they're actually better known as Apple's manufacturing partner, and earlier this week they announced a new joint venture with Chinese automaker Geely Auto. And this is going to provide an electric vehicle contract manufacturing service and related technologies to new and established auto manufacturers. And the reason this could possibly be a big deal is because we know Apple recently announced that they want to get into the electric vehicle space. And a lot of people thought that this was just talk and just Apple kind of spewing out words. But it seems like this could become true, and Apple is likely going to produce a car at some point in the future. Now when that's going to happen, it's hard to say for sure, but I wouldn't bet against Apple producing a car at some point in the future. But the co-founder that is now the CEO of Foxconn, his name was Jack Cheng, and he was also a former Ford Motor Company executive back in 2015. And then in 2015 is when he actually joined NIO and he left Ford. And then together with co-founder William Bin Lee, who we know is the current CEO of NIO, they hired executives and helped set the company on their current path. And so that's a big reason why people are starting to worry. They think that this guy is going to give NIO a big run for their money, not only because he worked for NIO, but he also worked for Ford. And so he's been in the automotive business pretty much all his life, and he knows how to take a company and bring success to it. But like I mentioned, I really don't think this is going to be too big of a deal for a company like NIO, because Jack Cheng actually left in mid-2019, and I don't think people are aware of that. They're just getting news of him joining this new company and becoming the CEO. And I think too many people are thinking that he left the company now to go join this Foxconn Technologies. But that's really not the case, and he actually left quite a while ago, and he just now got hired and became the CEO of Foxconn. Now there's also another reason why NIO could be pulling back today, and this could be related to the pandemic. Because over in China, in parts around Beijing and some other cities, there's actually been another lockdown. Now I can't confirm this for sure, I'm just reading this from an article, but apparently 22 million individuals are now on lockdown following a village wedding party. Now the reason why this may be worrying some investors and investors might be selling out of their positions is because it's increasing concern that maybe the cases and the lockdowns over in China have been worse than we've thought. and it really starts to raise questions about the state of things over in China. Now again, I don't live in China and I don't know anybody that does, so I can't confirm whether this is the case or not. But if this is true and there's been another lockdown and it's even bigger than what happened in Wuhan, well, maybe it makes sense that you start questioning the state of things over in China and how well they're actually handling this whole pandemic. And while you may not think that this should really have an effect on a company like NIO, because NIO is just producing vehicles and they're really not in the health sector or anything like that, the reason why it could be concerning is because we all know about Luckin Coffee, and while it wasn't necessarily due to the government, if you get a reputation for lying about different things, well, when there's something so big like this pandemic, again, it starts raising questions and people worry that they can't trust these companies and what numbers they're putting out if they can't even trust that the government is going to tell them the truth on what's happening. But now for some positive news and whether NIO could hit $100 per share in the near future. Now we know just about a week ago their NIO Day event concluded, and from that NIO's seen a pretty big shoot up in their share price, and they actually hit a new all-time high after NIO Day. But there's also a lot of other things to look forward to, and one of the coming things is NIO's fourth quarter earnings, which are going to report in February. So definitely keep your eyes open for mid-February, and that's when NIO is going to be releasing fourth quarter earnings. And at least in my opinion, I think we could see a big bump in their price and a lot more investor interest when they see what NIO's been doing and they see the revenue and delivery numbers for fourth quarter. Now, of course, we already know the delivery numbers, but we're going to find out earnings per share, revenue, and some other things that really could accelerate NIO's share price and be big catalysts to push their share price up. And then NIO Day also re-accelerated a lot of NIO investors. Before NIO Day, there was a lot of people taking profits and getting out of their positions. But now that NIO Day is come and gone, we're still seeing the after effects, and there's a lot more people interested in NIO that maybe weren't even interested previously to NIO Day. But a couple of reasons why NIO could hit $100 in the near future is because they're really only increasing their business. I'm sure most of you guys know that in fourth quarter, NIO delivered 17,000 vehicles, and they actually delivered 17,353, and they delivered over 7,000 vehicles in a single month in December. Now, both of these numbers were over 100% increase year over year, and this is really only going to increase month after month. Now, January could be slower, because typically the first month of the year is one of the slower months, and it just kind of ramps up through the end of the year, and fourth quarter is always the best for most vehicle companies. But NIO isn't just a normal auto manufacturing company. They're really only getting started, and they're also planning on leveraging their partnership with JAC Motors. And if you guys aren't familiar with JAC, that's their current producer of their vehicles, because NIO actually outsources their vehicle production. And so JAC is the one that actually produces the vehicles. But NIO is trying to get their own facilities and their manufacturing plants where they can produce vehicles themselves. And once that's the case, they're going to leverage that partnership with JAC, and they're hopefully going to put out over 100,000 vehicles by the end of this year. And if they were to hit that $100,000 vehicle delivery mark, that would be an average of about 8,300 vehicles per month through 2021. Now, if you guys don't think that NIO can do that, you probably shouldn't be investing in NIO, because that's really only an increase of 1,300 vehicles per month on average through the end of the year. Now, I think by the end of 2021, hopefully we can see about a limit of 10 to 15,000 vehicles per month, and maybe even higher. Because again, if they can leverage that partnership, they should be able to produce a substantial amount more vehicles than they are right now. And if you also compare NIO to Tesla right now, we know NIO is valued at about 1/8 of the price of Tesla. And they're producing somewhere between 1/8 and 1/10 of the vehicles that Tesla is producing, because Tesla almost hit 500,000 vehicle deliveries last year. So if NIO can get up to 100,000 by the end of this year, that's going to be 1/5 of Tesla's deliveries from this past year. And so if you value NIO at 1/5 of what Tesla traded at in 2020, I think it makes it a lot more realistic when you look at it like that. And it makes it more realistic that they could hit $100 per share pretty soon. Now, with a pretty conservative outlook, I think NIO is going to hit $100 by the end of the year, but I think they're going to hit that pretty easily. And even if that's the case, that's still going from about $60 up to $100 in 1 year. And so that represents about a 66% increase in a single year, which is really nothing to complain about. But for those of you who made it this far into the video, I want to hear what you guys think down in the comments and at what point you think NIO is going to hit $100 per share. Now again, I have a pretty conservative outlook and I think NIO is going to hit $100 by the end of the year. But with the way NIO's been moving and with fourth quarter earnings coming up pretty soon, when people get news of the earnings, I think we could see a big jump like we saw for NIO Day. But again, let me know what you guys think down in the comments and what month or what year you think NIO is going to hit $100 per share. Also, if you guys haven't signed up for Webull, make sure you guys sign up using the link in the description. And when you sign up and deposit $100, you'll get 4 free stocks now. So make sure you guys sign up and get your 4 free stocks while it still lasts. And if you guys want to join my Discord, I recently set up a Discord server so you guys can join that. And if you guys are new to investing or you just want to learn more, feel free to join and you guys can chat among like-minded people. And we're really starting to build a community there. We have almost 500 members. So again, if you guys want to join, feel free. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like because it really does help out the channel. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you back here in the next one. Bye.